Several medical experts are saying that we're approaching an Alzheimer epidemic in this country. But Obamacare, well, it's called into question just how much we're willing to spend treating elderly patients. And now we've got only 37 days left until Medicare payments to doctors are scheduled to go down, way down. Joining the company now, Dr. Linda Levine Madori. She is one of the nation's leading experts on Alzheimer. The Medicare situation, I mean, obviously this hits you probably more than most doctors, because the overwhelming majority of your patients, these Alzheimer's patients, are on Medicare.
Yes, absolutely. And it's quite scary that Obamacare is actually going to look to ration health services for those of us who might have a cognitive impairment or physical disabilities as we get older.
Now, they've been very resistant to the word ration.
Yeah.
There's been, you've raised a lot of hackles when you say that, but in essence, that's exactly what's happening.
Yes, and we're a country that doesn't want to look at aging. And in fact, 60% right now of our entire population are baby boomers. Baby boomers are going to be hitting 65 in the next 300 days, and they estimate that there could be a tsunami approaching as those baby boomers go to 75, because that's when the highest incidence of cognitive impairments begins.
Now, here's the thing. This Medicare situation has been looming for a long time. They just kicked the can down the road for a month. Let's say that they go through and Medicare payments to doctors drops, I think it's over 30% right now. How would that impact you, and would it alter the way you do business?
Well, it's really, I've heard you ask this to other doctors, and I really side with the patients, because I've developed an innovative approach, the TAP method, that enhances cognitive impairments, and it stimulates socialization with Alzheimer's disease patients. What I'm scared of is the fact that individuals aren't going to get the care that's needed. And in fact, we really do need to recognize as a country.
They wouldn't get the care, though, doctor, with all due respect, because doctors are turning them away.
Yeah, exactly. But they wouldn't even get the care to stimulate what they already have and keep your minds stimulated. So it's a difficult situation.
So what we're hearing is that the dollars that are being spent, rather than paying for the care, should be used for the cure, rather.
Yes, and that's a big point. The prevention of Alzheimer's disease is really something that the general public really needs to understand. We can actually rehabilitate our brain through stimulating the right and left side of our brain. And that's why the TAP method actually has proven this with elderly as well as those who have cognitive impairments such as mild Alzheimer's disease and severe Alzheimer's disease, because we realize through science that the brain can actually make new brain cells. So the public needs to start getting this help, and prevention. Research, the Obamacare has to start putting money into researching preventative alternatives. Because
now, are you saying that the government is getting in the way, the FDA is getting in the way of cures, they're stretching out the process, or is it merely a public information issue?
Well, no, I think that really people like myself who are looking for research money have a very difficult time in doing it.
Right.
They are really continually supporting the research of those researchers who are really high up on the ranks, and usually neuroscientists. It's important to start funding research that has to do with non-pharmaceutical approaches, because it'll save us thousands and trillions of dollars in healthcare. One research study I had in Chicago at Edward Hospital, in a 6-month period, saved $40,000 in direct cost to healthcare, because there was a reduced behaviors, reduced falls, reduced agitation. We as a country have to really start looking at prevention and promotion of what we can do for Alzheimer's disease, rather than just assume that it's a degenerative process.
But in the meantime, I mean, we're talking 30 days, though, just with this Medicare reimbursement issue, and it's not just Alzheimer's. I mean, we're talking about care, particularly for the elderly, people being turned away by doctors.
Exactly. And what are they going to do? What is going to happen to those people? I mean, it's a terrifying situation, actually, if you're living like I have for 25 years in the healthcare system.
Well, God bless you and all the work that you have done, and let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Thanks,
and please tell the public to look at my website, tapmethod.com.
We will. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All righty.